Ladies and gentlemen, moving straight on to the next part of the evening. This is an absolute pascal all on the bridge, leaving it on. Your first fighter, stepping into the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, Javonne Randolph!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to FCC7. I'm Brad 48 Wharton, joined here in the commentary booth by my partner, as always, Iron Jez Cook. And Jez, we move on to the home stretch of this card here at FCC7, and we have a real treat for the FCC fans. This one has got Fight of the Night written all over it. It's Hammer's Danny Randolph versus Team Monkey's Javonne Morrison.
I can't wait. And you know, both of these guys, whenever we see them, they really are always involved in absolute incredible fights. They never get easy opponents, and that's testimony to their dedication and commitment to the sport. And then they always bring it. So first fighter up, making his way, Danny the Cyclops Randolph, fighting out of Hammer under the guidance of the big man Sean Martin. Now, he's had, as I said, tough opponents, the last being Ryan Robinson, where he won at via Kimura in the very first round. He's a very athletic fighter who dropped down to this new weight class, and he seems to be a lot more confident in his ability. That he's very athletic, very dynamic, very explosive, and yeah, he always brings it.
And this has ended up as a catchweight. You know, Danny struggled to get down to 135 pounds, and it'll probably be the last time he attempts that weight. He's probably physically more suited to be a featherweight, but you know, he made the decision to try and cut down. It didn't work out for him, so the important thing now is that he goes out and gets a good result in this fight and reevaluates his weight for next time, which I'm sure his coach Sean Martin will be having a good long hard think about, and I'm sure they're going to put him in at a higher weight division next time. But for now, he's got a very significant problem to deal with in the shape of Javonne Morrison.
Yeah, this is no mean feat. A very tough guy again in front of him. These guys are quite evenly matched again, and you know, it makes for a fantastic fight here.
And we saw Danny Randolph yesterday, Jez, when he weighed in, and he looks about twice as wide now as he did then.
Yeah, well, I'm glad she's made a full recovery and bringing it here.
And his opponent, stepping into the cage and fighting out of the red corner, Javonne Morrison!
And a lot of support here for Team Monkey's Javonne Morrison. Great to see Javonne back in the FCC cage. Yes, of course, he got Fight of the Night last time against Ben Dearden. Tell us a little bit more about Javonne Morrison.
Well, yeah, I'm a big fan of Javonne Morrison. Yeah, he's a very approachable guy. He's always willing to have a chat, but very focused, extremely focused. Like you say, we last saw Javonne here at FCC 6. What an incredible fight display. I mean, the whole arena was just up on their feet, and rightfully so. It's an incredible fight, and unfortunately for Javonne, he just missed out on that unanimous decision going to Ben Dearden. But wow, he really brought it. And you know, talking to him, he wasn't disappointed by that fight, because, and rightfully so, he learned a huge amount from that. I think he's a lot more natural at bantamweight. This is certainly his home. He's a very strong fighter, and he's got a very solid wrestling pedigree. We saw that against Billy Hatton, demolished Hatton. But yeah, very relaxed against his fight against Danny Randolph. Both fighters started off at a higher weight class. Perhaps, as we've mentioned with Danny Randolph, Javonne might be the better suited to this, made me feel more natural. But he's been recovering from a minor injury. Hopefully that won't cause him any problems tonight, and he can get back onto a winning streak.
Blue corner weighing at 64.7. He's at 23, stands at 5'6". He fights out of Hammer and Hills from St. Helens, Javonne Randolph! And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner weighing at 63. He's at 23, stands at 5'2". He fights fights are the Team Monkey MMA and hails from Holden, Javonne Morrison. Your referee is Neil Hall.
This bout is sponsored by Premier Therapy. Here today and at every FCC looking after our fighters. You can visit their website at www.premiertherapynw.co.uk.
And MMA officials, Neil Hall starts one off, Danny Randolph in the black compression trunks, Javonne Morrison in the blue, and it's Randolph coming out swinging. We spoke to Danny Randolph's coach yesterday and he said the game plan was to come out and really put it on Javonne Morrison, and that's exactly what he's doing, and Morrison is answering back in kind. Fast and furious start here, really intent, focused look on the face of Javonne Morrison. Randolph looking stoic as ever. These guys really taking it to each other. Huge body kick from Javonne Morrison, answer back with a jab from Randolph.
Yeah, both guys very explosive, full intent with those hands, aren't they? Great exchange so far, still trying to find the exact range.
Randolph searching with a left hook there, didn't find a home for it. Both these guys trying to size each other up, and you get the impression that one shot could decide this fight, Jez. Nice little left hook there, sneaks through from Morrison, and another.
Yeah, it looks to be that Javonne Morrison's found his range first of the two.
Exactly right, Jez. It seems that Morrison's found his range. Randolph maybe still needs a little more time to find his. He's not been as accurate as Morrison so far. That left hand landed though, and Morrison scrambles for a takedown.
Yeah, and this is now where we like to see both guys are very experienced, very happy to be on the ground, so neither one of them is going to be phased to be in this position. Certainly Randolph, we've seen him off his back, he's dangerous, he keeps busy, he's looking to wrap Javonne Morrison up at the moment.
We've seen Danny Randolph do some good work off his back. Equally, we've seen Javonne Morrison do some incredible work from top position. Both guys going to be happy right now with the way this fight's going. Randolph needs to get that guard active though. He needs to get full guard, or he needs to get those legs up. And huge hammer fist from Javonne Morrison. And Randolph coming back, takes the single leg, doesn't get a takedown with it, but stands back up. And Javonne Morrison landing a left hook on the break, and this is all action, Jez.
Yeah, absolutely. Danny Randolph trying to get that leg, but that's a lot of leg to try and get your arm around. It's not an easy task picking Javonne Morrison up.
Javonne Morrison's thighs are like thicker than my waist.
Tree trunks. It's not an easy task to get that guy off his feet. Great base, great dexterity.
Randolph launching these kicks with reckless abandon, really keeping Javonne Morrison thinking. Such an even contest so far, Jez. Nice combination by Randolph, puts his man on the cage, starts the knees to the body. Morrison turns him, grabs the clinch and lands a knee of his own.
Yeah, nice little exchange by both guys, but Randolph finally found his range here.
Some top quality face punching going on here at FCC 7. Oh, and Randolph got caught coming in. Nice kick to the body from Morrison. Those are going to add up as this fight goes along. Morrison tries a flying kick and a head kick. Unbelievable finish to the round there from Javonne Morrison. And Sean Martin is furious with Danny Randolph there. Screaming some some mid-fight instructions to Danny.
Yeah, Danny.
By contrast, Ozzy Hallock there in the corner of Javonne Morrison, calm, cool and collected. Basically just telling his man more of the same.
Yeah, absolutely right. Sean is really giving Randolph a pretty aggressive pep talk, but he needs to wake up. He can't be lackluster in this fight against Javonne Morrison. This kid is a dangerous fighter. He won't give you a second opportunity.
And that's not to say that one method of talking to your fighter in the corner is different from the other. For mine, one of the best coaches in the game is Greg Jackson, and when you watch Greg Jackson corner his various different fighters, he speaks to every fighter in a completely different way. Some guys he shouts at, some guys he screams and swears at, some guys he talks to as if he's having a conversation over a cup of coffee, some guys he talks to like a hypnotist. And it's all about tailoring your corner talk to your fighter, and we know that Sean and Danny have a long history together, and Sean's obviously doing the right thing that he believes will get Danny teed up to come and take the second round from Javonne Morrison.
Yeah, he's got to wake him up, hasn't he?
And a nice body kick there to start from Randolph. And they are trading in the centre of the cage. Morrison winging hooks to the body there.
That intense stare by Javonne Morrison, so intimidating.
If dirty looks could win fights, Javonne Morrison will be Anderson Silva.
He's such a focused individual, and you know, when I spoke to him, on all accounts, it's the same old from him. You know, he's so dedicated to this. He really puts absolutely everything into it, and then he's able not only to bring that dedication from training, he also then is able to apply that in the cage, and I think that is testimony to his quality.
There's a 1-2 from Randolph there, and a leg kick. Answer back from Morrison. Randolph puts his man on the cage with a few shots. Morrison answers back. Morrison turning Randolph now. Going to look to maybe get those underhooks. Yeah, it's one of those difficult fights. Yeah, these guys are so well-rounded. There's no advantage or disadvantage for either man to take the fight down or to remain on the feet. They're so evenly matched here. Nice body kick from Morrison. Randolph caught him, and they are exchanging. And we said at the beginning of this one, Jez, potential fight of the night, and it is more than living up to that billing. Yeah,
it's living up to that hype, isn't it? Both guys have really settled in quite nicely. Danny certainly raised his game. Great little pep talk from Sean Martin there, because you know, he's away, he's game now. He's in this fight, and that's where he needs to be.
Yeah, we've seen Danny before, and occasionally he has been a bit of a slow starter, and he's definitely getting back into this one now.
Yeah, this second round certainly a lot more evenly contested than the first.
You have to possibly wonder, though, how much that weight cuts like out of Danny Randolph, and if we move into a third round here, is that going to be potentially a factor?
Yeah, sure.
Danny's sorry to interrupt there, Jess, but Danny, he's so good at closing that distance. He's so quick to get in there. Can move from striking range to clinch range so quickly and land those shots. Great footwork. Morrison, though, content to land.
Yeah, and I think what your point earlier, we know that Javonne Morrison is going to be able to maintain this pace throughout the 3 rounds. We've seen it time and time again. Whether or not Danny Randolph can do that, we're soon to be told. You know, he's putting up a sterling performance now, raising his game, finding good range, landing some good shots here.
Both guys exchanging big shots there.
But both guys happy to keep this fight on his feet. Thought it could be an opportunity to go down. Both guys, you know, have demonstrated good quality wrestling, but you know, they're looking to exchange here and maintain that throughout the fight.
Nice straight right there by Danny Randolph. Ends this second round, and Jez, this is another one of those fights. We say it every time. Who'd be a judge? Certainly not me. I'm sure you feel the same way, but I have to ask you, how do you see this fight so far?
Well, I think from just the start of both guys, the first round went to Javonne. This one, second, no, there's not much between them. They've had a good equal exchange. Both have found a place to land, and yeah, it's left itself nicely positioned for the final round. But yeah, I think it's Javonne at the moment maintaining the momentum.
And there's a big smile on the face of Javonne Morrison in that corner. Danny Randolph not looking as happy, but Randolph's one of those guys who generally doesn't give much away by the look on his face and his demeanour.
No, but he's experienced. You know, Danny's had 9 fights. You know, he's earned the right to be up on this top billing here at FCC 7. But he's got to now bring it. He's got 3 minutes to really demonstrate something. He's got to, as far as I can see, he's got to get a knockout. He's got to get a TKO. He's got to get a submission. One of those will do, but he needs to do it fairly soon.
And referee Neil Hall about to start the action for the final one of these three-minute rounds here at FCC 7. I'm Brad Wharton, joined by Jez Cook. We've got Danny Randolph in the black, Javonne Morrison in the blue, and this has been an incredible fight so far. Let's see if this third round lives up to the previous ones. And a huge body kick from Morrison to start things off, followed by a left hand and another.
These guys are just so explosive. They've really just whipped those punches out of absolute nowhere. Just come.
Javonne Morrison calling his man on now. Whoa! Trash talking there. Referee Neil Hall telling him to keep the trash talk to a minimum.
Yeah, but Danny's not really one to rise to that, is he? He's just focused on his game.
Oh, and the left hand catches Javonne. And I tell you what, if you are going to trash talk a guy, you better be ready to back it up. But he does with another huge body kick. Morrison and Randolph stalking each other here, looking for the opening. A nice spearing jab there from Danny Randolph, keeping it basic with his boxing.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Danny then comes in, tries to put a high kick, where Javonne's had the luck. He's been able to mix it up, really put the Muay Thai into effect. I think Danny's had a good striking.
And you can see on the body there of Danny Randolph, it's really reddening up on that side where Javonne has landed those huge leg kicks.
Yeah, Javonne's had great success there, hasn't he? So it's hard for Danny, he's trying to find a way. He comes in there.
Another body kick. Oh, and he goes high with a head kick. He's keeping Danny Randolph guessing with these.
Danny really doesn't have much of a reply. It's not like he's not finding it, but Javonne's just really up the level here in the third.
And Javonne again beckoning his opponent on. Looking to land the big counter shot as Danny Randolph comes in. Another body kick, and he's had so much success, but Randolph with a left hand again, and Danny Randolph's had success with that left hand. Morrison with a huge takedown.
Yeah, going to score big off that one, and some nice ground and pound here from the guard position.
Morrison needs to stay calm now. He can't throw it all the way by leaving an arm in late in the fight. Oh, a nice shot there as Randolph standing up. The crowd here showing their appreciation for this fight, Jez, as are we. Incredible battle between Danny Randolph and Javonne Morrison.
Sean Martin really trying to egg Danny on. He's got to really come up with something soon. He's running out of time. He's got to find one big shot, all it takes, but you find it hard to see where he's going to pull it out from. He's running out of time.
Last 10 seconds of this fight. Danny Randolph throws the leg kick. Morrison bulldozes him into the cage. And it is all over. Incredible fight. Danny Randolph, Javonne Morrison. Incredible performance there. More than worthy of fight of the night.
We had to cut weight. No, 8 weeks.
Fighters in the centre of the cage, please. Fighters in the centre of the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges finish in favour of the winner. In the